Hey everyone, what's up? It's GleeCon, and here we are again with another episode of World of Warcraft. Thank you for joining me. We're going to continue our journey today through all of the quests that have existed since the dawn of time. Yep, pregnant pause on that one. We have finished all of Tier 1, aka the starting zones, and we're going to jump into the Tier 2 zones today. At this point, we're going to start flying because there are very few zones after the starting zones that maintain any semblance of what used to be. So stay a while and listen. We're going to pick up with Gleevenger because there are the first kind of transition zone we can go with Gleevenger is Westfall. That would be the second human zone. So actually, our first Tier 2 is Moonglade, but there are no Moonglade quests. So then the next one becomes Westfall. Westfall, there are two quests. There's the infamous CLUCK, and there's Furlbrow's Deed. Okay? I'm not doing the housing quest. That's just going to sit. I guess I have to accept the quest, but I'm not completing it. We're not doing that. Oh, this mount can't fly. But I did learn on the last episode, there's apparently a, now you can just freaking fly with whoever. Darkmoon Fair is somewhere. I believe the Furlbrow's Deed quest we saw somewhere around here. Around this edge. So, let's go ahead and switch from our charger. Let's find a new mount for our person. Oh, we got a couple new... Oh, that's a pet. We gained the Doomfeather's pet. Cute. And the Hope Flutter pet. Alright, so for filtering, let's go with, yeah, any type of mount that we want. We need, let's see, what would be a cool... I mean, that's a pretty cool one. Something horsey-esque. But we could do like a griffin, because this guy's a human. I don't want to spend too much time. Celestial Steed, a flying steed, cool. Alright, the griffins are quite cool. That is the old, paladin style. Golden Griffin, of course, pretty awesome. The Grand Griffin. That is a pretty awesome griffin. But I want something that's kind of armored in Imagine-Wing. Some of these I barely remember getting. This is also, for whatever reason, this is one of my favorite mounts. I like that one. Okay, a pirate. Snowy Griffin, also pretty cool. Spectral Griffin, alright. These are the typical Alliance Griffins. Pretty cool also looking. They just look good. What can I say? Can't mess with the old school Alderaan planes. Tyrael's Charger. Alright, we'll go with Tyrael's Charger there. Go ahead and do that. Still Paladin-esque, but it will allow us to fly. Bring a little Diablo action. Alright, so we're going to fly down to... I haven't been doing skywriting as much anymore, so I don't know exactly... It used to be really all about how you... What is this? A waterlogged chest. I'm going to go ahead and come around for... That's the one trade-off. We do kind of still... We need more copper. We still have lots of copper ore we need, so at this point I'm going to get on foot. What is a waterlogged chest doing? And why is it appearing on my map? Interesting. Come back for that later. Alright, so he's level 10. He's now dropped to 2nd place. Look, they're showing mount there. I mean a vendor repair. Let's visit. I didn't realize I was at 66%. Let's go ahead and repair. Yeah, there are only 2 quests that we really need to do, and then those are going to be pretty quick. Excuse me. Then...
You need something?
Yeah, I need a repair. That's it, okay.
Be careful.
Then, after this, the next zone of Tier 2 is Loch Modan. Okay, so normally it would be... we would consider looking at the... at the Horde... at the Orc character, but that's the Barons, and the Barons is actually not even in Tier 2. It's like a transition between Tier 2 and Tier 3. Kind of goes on its own. Whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot I changed my... Oh yeah, because I want to be standing in Consecration at all time. I forgot. That's the trade-off. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go on foot. That's cool. Here's Morning Wood just chilling. No judgment. Alright, I'm pretty sure the deed is found with one of these people. Yeah, I forgot. Consecration has some special power now where I want to stay inside my Consecration aura at all times. Alright, is it over here? There it is. You can see it down there. Okay. Now let's fight these guys. We'll start by... What's going on? I heard that the auto loot has been messing up lately. So I guess that's still true. Alright, so Furlbrow's Deed used to be a drop that you would get from one of these quests also. That's actually where we need to go. Let's see where it is at. Is it like an item now? Oh no, yeah, there it is. It's next to Hogger. Okay, cool. Yeah, why not? Let's stun. Oh, he's immune to stun. Okay. Whoa, he just... Oh, I see. Alright, so he's stopping, he's stunned, we beat Hogger. They're coming to beat him again. And this is next to a dead thief. This is an old deed to an expanse of farmlands within Westfall. It is signed by Theodore Furlbrow and co-signed by his wife Verna. And on the back of the deed are hastily scrawled words, "We leaned on Furlbrow and got his deed. Thought it might be handy if you wanted to forge one of these for your own place. The Furlbrows won't give us trouble. Last I saw them, they were on their way out of Westfall, stuck with a broken wagon. You think the Furlbrows might want their deed back?" I want my deed back. Give me that deed. Okay, I see a copper across the way. And then we're going to head over to turn in the Furlbrow's deed. By the way, then we then have to worry about CLUCK. And CLUCK is a hidden quest in the game. It is... I'm assuming we get it the same way we always did. Look, there's some fishing. Really worried about that. Oh. Okay. Go ahead and ride my mount. In case we get some ore. Okay, so no ore on the way. Fine. Look, there's little robots. Crime scene alarm bots are everywhere now. So I forgot that this questline has changed. Which is really why a lot of... And there's Pet Tamer right there. This is why a lot of things are different now. Homeless Stormwind citizens are out here. A transient getting fought by a drifter. So there's just a whole different vibe out here now.
Light be with you.
The bloodbath, Lieutenant. They've been murdered. Watch your footing, rookie.
Go with honor.
Given the body temperature, I'd say that they've been dead no more than 6 hours. That's the Furlbrow. They're dead. Damn shame what they did to old Blanchy. They killed old Blanchy. That's from Classic. No kidding, rookie. Oh, what does the deed say, by the way? It says, looks like they really put the cart before the horse. This is a deed to an expanse of land within the region of Westfall. It entitles the persons below with ownership rights of the designated area, as well as all items produced and any structures built within its borders. The document is signed by Theodore Furlbrow and Verna Furlbrow. The words below were quickly scrawled on the back of the deed. Yeah, and that was the quest. The Furlbrows, last I saw them, they were on the way out of Westfall, stuck with a broken wagon. Yeah, that's what it used to be.
For you? Be
So
careful.
he says, we don't need any civilian vigilante types getting involved, kid. Leave this one to the professionals. This is Horatio Lane.
Light bless you.
This is useless. Look at the date on this letter. The Furlbrows have been squatting on the Johnsonstead for 5 years. They can never quite get their wagon fixed.
Go with honor.
So that's a call out to the fact that that quest came out during Classic, during Vanilla, and now we're technically in Cataclysm, which is 5-6 years later, and they've just been squatting for that time. So they're like, yeah, too little, too late, dude. Thanks for the whatever. Useless piece of paper. Alright, so that was called Furlbrow's Deed. That was our next category right here. Very, very small category today. Okay, this is going to be Westfall. And this is Furlbrow's Deed. Nice little breadcrumb to that area. Okay, CLUCK now is the OG quest here. Okay, CLUCK is found. Starts and ends at the chicken. How do you get this? Alright, so you go to the Westfall Chaldean's farm, target one of the chickens, it's green labeled, then go buy the chicken feed. Got it. Alright, so namely, most important thing, we have to go to Chaldean's farm. Let's get a couple ores while we're up here in the mountain area. Okay, I guess we're flying up to that. I believe there's like a harvest bot or something you can get. Something I read where it was like you can start... Oh, it's harvesting lumber. That's what I read. I guess lumber will become a thing with housing. And I don't really know. But apparently if you use either a specific mount or just you harvest enough lumber, then you can unlock the ability to harvest it while you're still mounted. Something like that. I read something about this on... These are the little snippets that fall through the cracks and come to me since I have not played retail in a while. Alright, so now we need to go find the Chaldean farmstead. Okay, so this is the Jansenstead. It's not what we want. We gotta find the Chaldeans. I think it might be this one. Yes. Alright, so let's go ahead and get off our mount. So there are chickens around here, and then you target it and you say chicken.
Bark, bark, bark. 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 Bark, bark,
Okay,
bark.
we did this on Classic. It does work.
Bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark.
If you do it 100 times,
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark.
see, it said chicken. Oh, there you go. See, look, now the quest is available. Cluck, 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 bacaw. Cluck, cluck, cluck. The chicken looks up at you and then starts to scratch its claws into the ground. You think it is spelling out a word, but you're not sure what. Could it be Chaldean? Before you can ask, the chicken turns away and goes about its business. Alright. Find some special chicken feed. Oh. I missed the quest. Darn it.
Bark, bark, bark. 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 Bark, bark.
Should have accepted it and then read it.
Bark, bark. Bark, 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 bark, bark.
Okay, it looks like it's maybe gonna do something now.
Bark, bark, bark.
There you go. I was gonna say, because when it says chicken, it means it is doing something. Okay, find some chicken feed. Return. When you find it, cheer at it before trying to give it the chicken feed. Okay, then you come to him. Buy the special chicken feed.
Be careful.
Then you cheer at it.
Outstanding.
Why did it do that? Dang it.
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark.
Well, at least I know I can keep triggering it to become a...
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark,
Maybe the cheer part isn't actually necessary.
bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark.
Yeah, there's a little glitch going on. I don't know if it's going on with LVY, but
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark,
when this
bark.
orange text is coming from NPCs now, instead of saying what they do, like, oh, they run in terror or whatever, it just says their name
Bark, bark.
in my
Bark,
chat.
bark, 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 bark.
Come on.
Bark, 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 bark.
Come on.
Bark, 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 bark.
There we go. So now he should turn on his own in just a second because it said chicken right there. The chicken stares at you with dark, cold eyes and it waits for you hungrily. Bacaw, cluck, cluck, cluck. Bacaw, the chicken starts to gobble up the feed you put down. After a moment, the chicken looks around, startled. It uncomfortably shuttles back and forth. Is this chicken pregnant? I think you better check underneath it. And then that opens up this farm chicken egg. Okay, so that teaches me how to summon the quest. Westfall chicken. So I never had that before. That's pretty cool. So we just completed the only other Westfall quest, which is CLUCK, the hidden quest. Alright. So that is it for Westfall for this character. We're going to go ahead and mount up and then head back to Stormwind, because for now, there's nothing else we can do. For this guy. Alright, so then the next in the difficulty in the scale for a tier 2 is Lochmodan. Lochmodan, there's only one quest to do, so this will also be quick, but we're going to extend it a little bit because this is the perfect opportunity to build our second, or our final alliance race, which is gnome. We do not have a gnome yet. We have created 6 characters. We need one more. I do not know what this thing is. This waterlogged chest. Ow, he punched me. Kicked me, I mean. So what is that? It can have certain things. I don't know why it's listed there. Should we go exploring it? It was added with patch 8.1? No. You're not going to do it then. We'll come back for questing and treasures and all that stuff. There's a copper vein underwater, but I feel like that's more trouble than it's worth. 39 copper. Alright, maybe we should build some more of our stuff. Let's go look at the bank real quick while we're here and I have all this copper. Let's look at the blacksmithing quests and just see what they require and who they need. Alright, so I currently have
Hello.
I've got 3 chain belts and 4 axes. And for the blacksmithing quests, I know I need 2 more axes. And then where is that for? That's Lochmadan. Ah. Okay. Let's actually we can go mess with that. Oh, it's picked up an iron forge. All right. So let's go ahead and let's see if we have enough for that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's pick up all these things from the bank first of all while we're right here. Perfect.
Safe travel.
Now we'll go get on the tram and head into Ironforge for this character. Why not, right? Why not? More walkers, that's cool. Alright. And then, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a gnome. And we're going to see if we can break out of Gnomeregan without doing any of the quests. That's the goal. And then we'll take our gnome character and we'll slowly walk her over into Lochmadan to do the one Lochmadan quest that exists. Still in its original form. We might not even be able to do it. But what we'll do is create a character and bring him over there and find out. Let's see the Frost Death Knight gnome. Why do they look like that? They look pretty cool, actually. Alright, Nipsey, what about you? What you got for me?
Hi, how are you?
I guess you can have this haunch of meat and chip claw. I'll keep the wolf meat, I suppose. Okay.
Very good.
That one left, so this one should be the one coming next. Alright, supplying the front. Oh, Miss of Pandaria? Somehow I'm on a Miss of Pandaria chapter in here. Interesting. Alright. So... And Dragonflight. It's just randomly showing me quests in the area. Why? I don't know. Alright, so we are going to look at now... let's look at supplying the front. We might be... because we could probably get this one knocked out of the way right now. This one is going to start here. What does it require? Doesn't really... I don't think it really says anything. So maybe you have to be a 40 blacksmithing? What are... oh, we're already 61. So we should be okay. Alright, after this, we will have the other one, which is Gearing Redridge. That's going to require 4 runed copper belts and 4 heavy copper mauls. So that's a little different. Could check that one out too, but... Alright, so this character is in Ironforge for the first time. Awesome. And this is all done, we can hearth. When we fly to Redridge, when we go to Redridge, that's going to be... look out, there's just nothing. No, the people just don't exist in the capitals anymore. Alright, so this person should be available somewhere. This him? Yeah, this is Gearing Red... he has both.
Hi.
So we can pick up Gearing Redridge and supplying the front.
Safe travels.
What does he say?
Off with you.
He says, Some can't stand the heat of the Great Forge, but I think the heat is just right, and it's the best place to do some serious smith work. So supplying the front.
Watch your back.
Mountaineers of Lochmadan are fighting trogs and having a busy time of it. They need constant supplies of new armor and weapons if we're ever to get a handle on these trogs. That's why my colleague Dorvald is there, trying to keep the Mountaineers in good gear. So, if you were to make some copper axes and copper chain belts and bring them to Dorvald, he'd be obliged. He might even share his knowledge with you. Dorvald is in Lochmadan's southern guard tower. And then gearing Redridge. We dwarves aren't the only ones fighting. Our human allies have their hands full too. Red Ridge is under periodic attack from Blackrock orcs, and their supply of equipment is always low. If you were to help them out, I'm sure the resident blacksmith Vern or Allsgood would teach you a trick or two.
Safe travels.
Alright, so first of all, let's smelt. Where's my smelting button? Did I lose it? Oh, they took it off. Now you click it. You just click one of those, and you click a. Is this an anvil / forge? How do you smelt now? Mining. Mining journal. Oh, so it is right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and make the copper bars. I think this is gray. Yeah, it's not giving me anything. It's okay. Oh, now that we're at 60 though, we should know how to smelt bronze. Not that we have anything to do to smelt bronze with. But we could go find some. Alright, so after we do Lochmadan today, there are no Darkshore quests from Tier 2. There are no Silverpine Forest quests. And that's all of Tier 2. So if we look back here, let's go to Darkshore and Silverpine Forest. If you look, there's Duskwood is what I meant to say. There's, yeah, so no Duskwood, and then no Silverpine Forest. So those have all been completely revamped. We cannot complete them at this point in time. Alright, so that's done. Now let's go ahead and open up our blacksmithing. First of all, we can make these grinding stones. Why not? They still give us a pretty good amount of ore. And I don't care about the sharpening stones. We have plenty. Eventually we will get more. Now we're going to have to talk to a blacksmithing supply. Also, I want to talk to the mining trainer right when I'm around here, so I learn how to smelt bronze. I mean, at some point we are going to take these characters back into a bunch of other classes when we hit Cataclysm and make them into cool profession types. Alright, I mean, this is pretty good. We're cruising on our... they're only up to... The grinding stones are green now. Alright, so with that, let's see if we can find a trainer. This is a blacksmith. Nope. Blacksmithing supplies. I don't know where the trainers are at. There used to be little trainers right here. We do need now 2 more copper axes. Which that is going to... Oh, we need cloth for that. I'm glad that... So we need 2 weak flux.
How are ya?
And that's lame that costs money still. Okay, so we need the copper axes. is good. That'll give us probably a couple more points. Alright, so we have everything we need now to go take that out into Dunmorog. And then for the other one, we need 4 runed... We need the runed copper belts. So we gotta find who are the blacksmithing trainers and the mining trainers.
How are you?
It literally says it's right behind me. Is it this guy, the keeper of the Great Forge? Does he teach it all then?
How are ya?
No.
See you soon. You got my attention.
Why is he not...
Great to meet you.
Not him.
Off with you.
What does he say? I guess I gotta actually look at his words. Bengus Deep Forge.
Be good.
No. Where is he?
What can I do for you?
Oh, that's Thurgrim
See
Deep
you
Forge.
soon. Talk to me. Off with you.
Yeah, see, he says that, but it's not true. And then, yeah, he says he's hammering away at the anvil, but I don't see him.
Feet on the ground.
There's Tormus Deep Forge. Yeah, so what's the deal there? Weird. Okay, so scratch that. Let's go find a mining trainer, at least. Since for whatever reason, that guy is not appearing. This Bengus Deep Forge, he's not appearing in the middle. So I don't know what the story is there. Why he's gone. Maybe the trainer will be in here instead. So get yourself. There's a mining trainer.
Here there.
I guess I'll pick Cataclysm Mining, but I don't really care. But now I can get bronze and tin.
Very good.
Mining supplies.
What's on your mind?
I don't care. Alright, so let's Google this blacksmithing trainer iron forge. Yeah, it says Bengus Deep Forge. Shows him on that side. This dude. He's no longer there. Right, exactly, 16 days ago. So, I came here to check. Does not give. Apparently it's possible to level, right? There's some recipes that could, right, there are, but he's not here. So, for whatever reason, this guy, Bengus Deep Forge, is no longer there. So we could put in a ticket so that they know about it, and then we'll just have to level that up. So what was the other one? I need 4 runed copper belts and heavy copper mauls. Do I have that? No. So I need to learn those. That's lame. But before we do that, let's go ahead and fly out of here. We're going to fly over to Loch Modan just so we can turn in that one quest. And then we'll hearth back over. Because Red Ridge is the next one, so we don't need to be here anyway. We do know there's a trainer in Stormwind that can get us these recipes. But
What can I do for you?
let's go ahead and fly to Loch Modan. Okay, cool. I guess this person... Oh, I just added one new Blasted Lands flight path. There you go. So, there's the supplying the front. We're going to go turn that in. I guess we're going to add a generic blacksmithing tab. I mean, this is... Well, didn't we have Ironforge? I guess we should add it right here because they both actually... These two actually technically come out of Ironforge. Let's call them what they are. What color? So it's called supplying the front. And then we need to know what color do we want blacksmithing to be. How about like a deeper red like that? And then I'll make mining like a brownish red or something if we get mining quests. Alright, so when we land here, we're going to fly up and turn that in. And then, we'll hearth back to Stormwind and see if we can learn these recipes. And then, which we may or may not be able to do. And then we're gonna go ahead and make our Nomergon character. And that'll probably be all we do today, is we'll make our Nomergon character, and then we're gonna walk her slowly over here to Loch Modan, see if she can complete this one quest. And in the meantime, we're gonna fight and just mess around with her to see I keep saying he because in my mind I keep picturing Millie, but we're gonna make a boy this time. Because we made a girl last time, so we gotta change it and make a boy. As much as I would much rather have a little girl, we're gonna have a little boy gnome. It's okay. And we'll name him after Millie's wife. Oh, look at that. Alright. I have no time to chat. Do you have business with me? Apologies. I didn't realize you're here to help resupply our troops. The stuff you made will be a big help. Here's some plans for some armor. I hope you find them useful. Good. Oh, yeah. We gained a new effect on our Crusader Strike. Now it has a much cheaper mana cost. It's easier to cast. Cool. We also gained the Copper Chain Belt recipe. And we are now can make a heavy copper longsword. Good on us. Cool. Yeah, might as well melt. I can't. Where's the forge? Is there no forge in here? Maybe not. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and hearth back to Stormwind. And then go over to the blacksmith area for there. So, when we start... The next tier is kind of Barons, but in and of kind of by itself. We might create our character and start making them walk towards the Barons today. What we'll do for Barons is we'll make our 8th character, which will be our final race, which is going to be a troll, and we'll make a troll priest. So that will have 8 of the 9 classes, and we will have all of the OG races taken care of. Alright, so first, let's go ahead and smelt our... See, even when you click that, it opens up... Click the forge and it opens that up. Okay, and then, there we go, blacksmithing trainer. So now we can do coarse sharpening stone. Yeah, I guess I didn't learn cataclysm blacksmithing before. Yeah, I don't care necessarily about all those. Coarse weight, so there you go. Heavy copper. Oh, I don't have enough money. I need a total of 5, just over 5 silver. What can I sell?
Greetings.
Oh, you know what we can do?
Great to meet you.
Even all those weight stones is only 50. Yeah, it's not enough. Alright, let's go back to my gems. So I shouldn't have learned all that stupid cataclysm stuff because that just burned through my gold. We might have to go down and earn some money for this. But we're gonna go grab those gems out of my bag out of my bank.
Greetings.
And we'll start by selling those. We'll see.
Light bless you.
We'll see how that goes to
Need
start.
help?
So I don't think we're going to need them right away. And then we will maybe sell some of our food, stones. We'll sell whatever we can to get us started on this. Alright, so... I mean, these people are gonna... Alright, that's 50, a silver... Okay, so that does get me almost the full 5. So that's good.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Now I can talk to this guy. The mall. I'm a pinch off. I need
See you
like
soon.
25 copper. What can I sell? Dang. Okay, I'll sell my stack of weight stones. Not that big a deal. And that will allow me to at least train this other one.
Great to meet you.
Oh, thick war axe I can't have. I don't have enough.
Safe travels.
Alright, now to make the ruined copper belts, which I need 4 of those. They just take 10 each. So I don't even have enough, so that's fine. Perfect. So just keep those in the inventory, and that's it for now with this character. So that's all he can really do for now. I don't have the mats needed for the rest, nor do I have the money. I have not collected this appearance, but I'm not going to sell it. Alright, so now we're going to switch over and make yet another new character. So this is now going to be our gnome. So we're going to make a gnome. It's going to be a boy, and it will be a mage. Let's customize this. Alright, so I don't like that face, but let's go skin color. Yeah, we'll make him a little pasty one. Can't see his face. Let's get his beard off for a second and mustache off for a second so I can see his face. Okay, we want him to kind of look like Millhouse. I kind of like that little weird clowny looking one. They just do look like clowns. I kind of want him to be a little older, but not necessarily mean. Okay, 5 is okay for that. 5 or 7. I'll go with 7. Alright, his hairstyle. Okay, let's change the skin color. Hairstyle, bald. Wings. No. Beard. Let's put it just a little to the side. I don't like this Beethoven thing he's got going on right now. Ugly. Sick. A mohawk is always cool. What is even going on with these? Okay, we're gonna go with that. Now maybe he needs a new face. Why does he look so mean? I don't like the smile. It's too weird with the haircut. But not that. Maybe like this neutral face? Maybe? I hate that one. He looks like a fat baby. Alright, maybe I guess that's a little more grizzled. Alright, hair color? Yeah, I think gray is fine. Maybe that slightly bluish gray. I mean, that's pretty great. The mustaches are all great. Alright, let's go with that one. I like it. He definitely needs a little beard. No, not mustache. No. No. Okay. Pretty good, too. That's pretty funny. Alright, let's go with the full beard. Oh yeah, he needs some eyebrows. Oh yeah, there you go. Now he looks freaky. I like that one. Definitely this one. Alright, I think... Purple? I wish I could have almost like a pinkish eye. Purple might be what we're gonna have to go with, because I was picturing like a pinkish eye. Yeah, he's gonna have eyesight in both eyes. That's it. That's all we get to have for the gnomish customization there. Maybe his hair needs to be a little bit more pinkish. Purple. Blue. A light blue like that. Or he could have the pinkish hair. But then I maybe have to change the eyes. Like a hazel? No. Okay, yeah, because the pink and purple, I mean, I just don't love the pink hair. It's a little too silly. Maybe the blue hair, though. I mean, the pink is not terrible. Alright, we'll go with this light blue. Okay. Alright, I haven't thought of a name at all for this character. I should have been doing some pre-footwork on this. What was my other guy's name was Glebo. My mage, the black mage. Which, I don't necessarily care. Let's see. Could have a Glee Storm. I think I've never made an arcane mage, so he's gonna be arcane, whether that's good or bad or meme spec, I don't really care. He's gonna become an arcane mage. He's gonna be our Enchanter Tailor for Alliance. So that's fine. That's a professional have there. We could call him Glee House because he will be after Millhouse Manastorm. It could be Glee Storm, yeah. But the Glee Storm sounds just like, I don't know, it's too eh. Millhouse. We had Millie. Millhouse, because that's kind of my favorite little gnome mage. All right, I'm gonna go with Gleemageddon. Gleemageddon. Okay. So he's just gonna be a little crazy person there, and he's gonna start in Gnomeregan. All right. There's old Gleemageddon. He's gotta get slid down behind there. He's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will ultimately have 9, 1 for each class. Okay, I don't like his starting robe, but Gleemageddon, there we go. We also have to, let's hear how things have been going in Gnomeregan since our last, departure or whatever.
Given the recent political upheaval in Ironforge, the gnomes have suddenly found themselves unwelcomed guests within the city. Leveraging their ingenious technologies and unquenchable spirit for adventure, the gnomes have begun to reevaluate their role within Cosmodan. Under the inventive leadership of High Tinker Gelbin Mekatork, the gnomes now plan a daring campaign against the barbarous Trogs to retake their former capital of Gnomeregan. With the odds stacked against them, the gnomes are counting on brave heroes such as you to stand and be counted. Your people's greatest hour draws near.
It's actually very cool. It's probably the coolest of the starting main character classes, little zones. Okay, we're gonna be ranged, obviously. We're melee. I mean, we're a mage. No real options. Okay. They might, like the Forsaken, throw us into a quest that we have no choice. No, they do not. Alright, so our goal is going to be to just get out of here. What do we get to start with? We gain invisibility? 5-minute cooldown? Mages just get it off the bat. Turn you invisible over 3 seconds. Each second you reduce threat. Then it lasts for 20 seconds, but taking any action cancels the effect, so including moving. So this is like a different version of a racial. Interesting. And we start with Frostbolt. We also gain the Escape Artist racial, just be able to burst out of being trapped. Of course, we gain Recuperate. We are resistant to Arcane. We're better at engineering, but we're not going to be in engineering. We get more mana. We have better haste. Okay, and let's go ahead and open up our auto loot. And then let's go ahead and add the action bars. And this character is also set up like all the others. Alright, so I don't really care. We're gonna just see if we can escape this place without anything going on. We're gonna see, can we escape Gnomeregan? Can I shoot this guy up in the air? Let's see. Oh, good mage style. Okay, we did. We shot him out of the sky. I like it. He is being carried by a little bot. Okay, so we'll have to go up the ramp here to escape. There's a safe person. This is kind of funny that the intro to Gnomeregan became so a starting thing. Trouble in Gnomeregan. Can't loot that guy, so now I gotta have to drop down and go back and get him. And we're gonna be fighting a lot of mobs as we walk, just so that we can try to level up and explore. Alright, so poor little dude right there. Those are crazed leper gnomes. Alright, so again, we're just trying to escape our little area. Just shooting a crazed leper gnome for fun. Why not? Oh, look, a little flux fire feline. I would imagine that that thing is sick. Path leads deeper into the city. Ah, yes. So, we need to get to the elevator, right? Can we elevator ourselves out of here? I don't know. Okay. So this is perhaps the elevator to get out. I like that she warned us this only leads deeper into the city. There you go. So the elevators are working. What does this person say?
Honored, I'm sure.
Send me to the surface. Yeah, do it. Cool. So they can just port you out now too. Now we're in New Tinkertown. Alright, so that's great. We need to make our way out now. So we are going to fight our way across the zone. Why not? Shooting. That didn't even give me anything. Just gonna fight random things. Irradiated roaches. I gained a toxic residue and it says it's gross. I can also fight a young snow leopard. This is the toxic airfield. Just shooting frost bolts. Love it. We're just gonna fight the different kinds of creatures that we see as we go. And just keep fighting chaining from guys to guys just to gain some power on our journey to Lochmadan. Brunel Village. Now our gear is going to be terrible. So this is interesting because now this is it almost looks different too. Like, I don't think that Brunel Village. Look, there's a wolf. Yeah, it looks like it's different from Cold Ridge Valley. Maybe Brunel Village is what it was called before. I don't know. That baby snow cub. Okay, range is pretty good. This will level us up to level 2. Fantastic. Alright, we now gained the Instacast Fire Blast. 14-second cooldown. So, now what you do is you hit him and blast him. Boom. So now it will be quicker for us to kill. Look, a little... Now we'll go, every time we have that off cooldown, we'll go for a quick kill. That's a baby snow cub. This is, again, that music that I talked about when we had our dwarf. This is a straight up Disney sounding. Yeah, what's this look like when we do this? Slowly getting more invisible. And then now you have 20 seconds of invisibility. But as soon as you start... Oh, when you're invisible, you can move. So it's better than Shadow Meld. I guess the downside is it has a 5-minute, well, it costs mana, and it has a 5-minute cooldown, and it takes a few seconds to catch it, to kick into gear or whatever. So we're going to be walking fully across the zone here, rather than flying into Lochmadan. I just wanted to walk and give our character the chance to get over there and quest in Lochmadan. Well, really, there's, like I said, there's the one quest available in Lochmadan. There are no others. Now, there are, if you look at it, there are Gnomeregan quests, but they're not... they're not normal... No, they're for the dungeon. So all of these, and they are the Ring and Sparklematic, all of those things are tied to Gnomeregan, and they're for Alliance and Horde. So we are actually going to have to run that dungeon at some point. Which is fine. Not bummed about that at all. We'll have to actually run it on Alliance and Horde. That will be fun, and we can run it on whoever we want. Whoever we feel like getting our points a little higher. Here's Karanos, so we could fly more from there. But we're going to cut across and look for more kills on the way. Also, you know, we're going to get XP just from discovering. That's a place where we can get some of our Chocobo, not Chocobo, Mechano Strider mounts. Perfect. Just killing little level 1s as we go. There's some meat. The only quest is tied to, yeah, because of where we're at in the game, we are stuck, like, for these, especially these lower levels, we are going to be stuck getting our characters to a higher level, and because we can't do quests, a lot of it is going to be tied to grinding. Now, we might be able to do, like, some Alterac Valley or something like that. When we get there. But because we do have a lot of Alterac Valley work to do. Really, what I anticipate happening is one of our characters is most likely going to be, for each faction, we'll have 1 to 2 that are much better shaped than everybody else. And those people will help carry us. But we are ultimately going to have to get strong enough, probably, to do Ankraj and Zulgrub. He was coming at me. He was charging.
It's too far away.
But we're gonna find that out as kind of time goes on. Not 100% sure that is what we're gonna have to do. All we're gonna do is just take it each zone at a time, and we're gonna be done with tier 2 as soon as we do Loch Modan, and then we're gonna kind of see where we're at. Do we create our character do we create our troll and start heading towards the Barrens, because that's the next zone. And Barrens is one of the actual zones where we will have stuff to do. It's the transition over... Oh no, I lied. The Barrens is not ready. The next will be Stone Talon Mountains. That guy. Now, Stone Talon Mountains... That's on the other... We want to kill... We actually want to kill Frostmane Retreat. I think this is a new. We want to kill humanoids because this is going to be our ultimately our look, it's a NPC. Like a kind of neat. It's a little like Warcraft 2-ish troll area. Yeah, so I lied. I don't know why I thought it would be that. Now, we could create our troll and send them over to Stone Talon, much like we're doing right here. That's Batok the Berserker. Earlier quest line. We don't need to go for all these guys. Oh, we took our first hit. Look at this, a little... Oh, it's a stolen ram. But actually, we gotta look. Stone Talon might not be a real thing. So we looked up Duskwood. I want to get this guy that's a raider. Cool. Bozo. Oh, I feel like we should probably get a bear too. Why not? Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, so I guess that's the next thing we have to look. Does Stone Talon, let's just take a peek right now. Does Stone Talon have a quest? No. Then, so for tier 3, Red Ridge Mountains. Well, we have that. We'll have to take our paladin back out there to at least do his whatever you call it. Blacksmithing thing. So we will at least do that. That could be the next thing that we focus on. Oh, Darkshore. Darkshore. I said Duskwood, but Darkshore is... That is actually... There is one Darkshore quest, and our druid can do that. So actually, we should probably try to get that one in today. Because we don't have to make a new character or anything for that. We just have to... Take our guy over there. There's one Darkshore quest. So that's something we'll be checking out. Let's see where we at with time. We're fine. Yeah, we'll have time for that today too. Alright, so that will get us through tier 2. There's Darkshore. Totally forgot about that. Then you get in there's no Stone Talon, there's no Red Ridge. Wait, right? There's no Red Ridge, right? There's no Duskwood, but Ashenvale. So tomorrow, before we ever do Barrens, Ashenvale will be a thing, and I believe there's Horde and Alliance. So for the Alliance side, we'll send our Druid down into Ashenvale. That's totally fine. But for the Horde side, that's a good example where we'll make our second character at that point in time. So we will go and there we go. We just hit level 3. We gain Frost Nova. Frost Nova is a nice, like, defensive, get out of jail free kind of situation. Actually, I should put that there. Okay, and then so that's fine. Then we can take our troll priest and put them up in Ashenvale when we do the Alliance side of that. So that's going to be what we do for tomorrow's episode. We'll run Alliance and Horde versions of Ashenvale. The wetlands, I believe I've checked, they do not have any. Hillspread Foothills, as we go through tier 3, does not have any. Then we will be... Let's just sell some of these. We don't actually need to fight any of them.
What can I get for you today?
I just want you to buy some of my meats and things. This actually, dagger is better than my staff. Okay, we'll save all of these for now.
Watch your back.
Alright, so that's good to know. Oh, that doesn't... There you go, we'll fight this guy. Wow. You joik? Sleeping Snow Leopard. As we are level 3 now. Okay, so that's good. So that will allow us to make our 8th character.
I'm out of range.
And then... Okay, so let's see. Where do we go through here? Probably... I guess it's up north. Yeah, so that will help us get through tier 3. So we'll already be, like, over a third of the way through the zones of the game that still exist as of tomorrow. Before we then kick off the next week, where the next week will begin with us wrapping up everything Dire Maul related. In Classic, by turning in all of the quests and setting us up for Upper Blackrock Spire. Then we will continue our journey in Final Fantasy 1 the next day. And then when we kick back up, that's when we'll pick up the Barrens. The Barrens is kind of in a class by itself, ending tier 3. That's where we will actually start our warrior. Our final character, our 9th character. We will bring our orc warrior out into the fray and quest him through the Barrens, and then we will take our druid and quest her through the Barrens as Alliance as well. Actually, in the opposite order of that, we'll do any Alliance specific quest. I don't know that there are very many Alliance specific. There are Alliance quests. I don't know there's Alliance specific quests. So we'll check that out. But for today, it's going to be this one. And then there's one quest we have to do on Darkshore. Yeah, that's good. And plus, that'll get us closer and closer for the Alliance to getting into Ashenvale. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll create the troll to go into Ashenvale for Horde. They'll just, kind of like we're walking, we'll walk up here, but then they'll actually get to Ashenvale and be able to start questing. Then, yeah, there's just not really a lot of Lochmadon. I mean, yeah, not a lot of quests that haven't changed for our poor dwarfs and gnomes, so they're kind of hamstrung a little bit. Yeah, so next week we'll see us going to the Barrens. Then Thousand Needles, we've already looked. There's, as we enter Tier 4, there's none. Desolus, we will be able to do a couple faction quests for each. That's fine. Alterac Mountains, there is little to none, but there is the one Stormwind quest, so we will be able to do that Stormwind quest. Arathi Highlands, there is, I believe, none. Alright, so now we came out of the north in Algaz Station, so I don't know. Thought we used to come out of the south. We need to go to, let's see, the one Lochmadon quest that still exists is right here. Oh, I forgot about this Moonglow vest. I have to figure out what that one is. Oh, it's a Darnassus leatherworking. So eventually we're going to have to send our leatherworker over there. I think we have to be a little higher. All right. Protecting the shipment. It says it's part of resupplying the excavation. It's on the bottom of Lochmadon. We are going to walk there and see, but this walk might all have been for no reason, because it's very possible we can't even technically do that. But that's okay, because it gave us an opportunity to explore and create our mage and really confirm that, nope, you can't do that. Yeah, so what else do we got? That will take us after, by the way, once we have that, the little Paranoid Tiara done, that is going to get us, that means we'll basically be halfway through the game, in terms of the starting zones. Yeah, we have really... Okay. These guys are a little stronger. And it makes sense, because I have not done anything to boost myself. Oh, we finally got some linen cloth. That's the whole reason why I'm killing these dudes. Or he's running. That's right, run, you little bozo. So that's kind of where, at that halfway point where things will kind of seem a little... like I'll have to get more into the studying. When we get to the 5th set, Swamp of Sorrows, I don't believe there's anything that we have to do there. Badlands, I'm not sure, honestly. There may be a quest or two in Badlands, but I'm not 100% sure. Dustwallow Marsh? I don't think so, but there might be. And then Stranglethorn Vale, definitely. So as we enter Tier 5, Stranglethorn Vale, there's a lot. Plus, that's also going to be where we have a chance where the game is going to slow down. So in the next week or so, when we hit Stranglethorn Vale, we'll do all the normal quests there. But then there is a real chance that we're going to have to stop and do take one of our characters and do the Bloodsail Buccaneer to Exalted. And that's going to basically freeze us in time for however long that takes. I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't think we can learn fishing.
What can I do for you?
Yeah,
Safe travels.
Yeah, so I really don't know
I'm out of range.
how bad it's going to be. Look at this dried up Lochmadon. Get that clam. Oh, but I could sell. Right? Yeah. Sell some of this trash I've been collecting.
What can I get for you today?
Oh, she's echoing. I'm gonna save the pearl for now because I don't know if we're gonna need that on any recipes.
See you soon.
Look, there's a Modon monster, a level 5 elite. That's cool. And there's baby murlocs. Oh my gosh, they're literally called baby bluegill murlocs. Alright, so we are going to the bottom. Okay, there you go. That's where you freeze those guys. A little black ram. Oh. Okay. Cuteness overload. Out here in the Loch Modan area. I have been hearing a lot of like negativity about mages lately. How they just don't. They're so. Maybe I haven't heard a lot. I think I read one article where someone was just like, "Man, why would you ever play a mage? They're so squishy compared to the other classes." Blah blah blah. This is on retail. I feel like there's no class that's really squishy in retail. Not really. Maybe if you're new to playing it. I mean, sure, yes, they are objectively the squishy, you know, pretty much the squishiest class, but they have plenty of ways to mitigate that. And their DPS is through the roof. I suspect that we're not going to be able to do this quest. And that is okay. We're very close to hitting level 4 also. So we're at least going to do that. And this is neat. I don't think I've been here in a while. Alright, we hit level 4. That gained us the fantastic spell Blink. Just one of the best. That's how you mitigate it right there. They gain... They have so many spells that are just designed to get them out of trouble. And that's what they pump you right in the beginning. They gave you a second damage spell first, and then that's it. You are... Then the next 2 levels, they give you ways to get out of trouble. Alright, so we're at the bottom. This is about where we're supposed to be. You look at the actual quest, it looks like it's, okay, above these, so it's over here. We're not quite there yet, but we are right coming up on it. That's a leather working. Yeah, fine leather gloves. Which, that's okay, because we will send that to our other leather worker, our hunter. There's elementals over there. Okay, maybe I vaguely remember doing some of these quests. Oh, it gave me nothing. Alright, oh cool, we got a malachite. We are close to where this is supposedly... Oh. It's supposed to be maybe right there. The bobcat. Yeah, there they are. So we will see if I can go ahead and do that quest. But it might require us to be... Whoa, he just pounced on me. Let's see what happens. If they let us start doing the quest, or if you have to be on that other quest first.
What's on your mind?
Delivering these barrels to the excavation site is hard work, but there's so many depending on us to get the blast powder there. We must do what we can against the Dark Ions. Yeah, so you have to do the prerequisite first, it appears. Protecting the shipment. Stay with the guy, don't follow the dude that runs off. Gotcha, so it's saying if you're overpowered. So that's it. We can't really do anything with this quest. Because it's just a prerequisite. Alright, so we're going to add that to our spreadsheet. This quest is called Protecting the Shipment. So that part of the quest didn't change. Protecting the shipment, as well as protecting the herd. So those two are both old quests that have left us, and there's nothing we can do. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Where are we at on time? We're fine. I'll take us back to Thelsamar, so at least we're not sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. Ah, now we can blink. I forgot all about that. Kill one or two on our way. Kill a fire elemental, why not? They still are. I still hurt them with fire. So there's no like, oh, that guy's fire. You shouldn't use fire on fire or ice on ice. Obviously, they're fine with it. Yeah. So once, like I was saying, once you get to that quest, because if you look at Stranglethorn, there's a couple quests. One of them is going to be opening the Gurubashi Arena, so that one will actually sit on. We will ignore that. And some are technically fishing, but that is classified as fishing, so that doesn't even require us to modify our thinking at all. That will just save, because Stranglethorn fishing, we're doing only the things that we're going through this in order as well as we know how. I'm gonna actually look at dungeons toward the end of it also. Toward the end of the patch kind of cycle or whatever. Then when you go to the next tier, Hinterlands, I believe there is maybe one or two, but there's the rocket chicken ones.
I can't carry anymore.
There we go, but I just gained a new pouch, so I bet you I can now. Perfect. This guy will be able to do bandages for us too. That's another big reason why we need to level him up. So yeah, then we'll go through. Hinterlands might have one. Tanaris has some, but I believe that the majority of the Tanaris ones are actually tied into like the Ankaraj storyline or something like that. So those would get skipped. Searing Gorge, I don't think has any left. Paralis might have some. Moradon does not. I don't believe has any quests left. But we would be skipping that anyway. Felwood has a lot. So when we finally get to Felwood, we'll have to actually go there. Ajara, I don't think has anything. Unguro Crater, I actually don't think has anything. Blasted Lands maybe has one, but maybe has nothing. We'll have to go back and check that out too. And then that gets us to the end. The Western and Eastern Plaguelands, I'm pretty sure have been completely scrapped and changed. The Burning Steppes, pretty sure that's complete. Oh, I think all endgame has been scrapped and changed. Winter Spring, and that's where we would pause. So once we finally... I actually think Winter Spring has maybe a couple. So once we get to all of that, Look, there's tailoring supplies. That is actually what I want to learn.
How are you?
Thanks. Keep that for now. I guess we'll go to the mail and send this leather package over to our hunter. We're gonna send this to Singwary. There we go. We're gonna send her this. I don't know that she is level 5. Okay. And then we are gonna go in the inn and chill so that he can collect rested XP, if that's still a thing. Now we'll go over to Singwary just to see if she can receive that mail. She is level 5, so she can receive. Okay. Is there a mailbox in this little area? Forgot she's got a little pet too. Not seeing one. So let's fly her back over there.
What's on your mind?
Just take me to Felsamar.
Be good.
For 5 copper, please. And then she can learn that, hopefully, if she's good enough at leatherworking. She might be. What is she on leatherworking? Oh, she's a level 1. Well, at least she can pick it up. Alright, so then, so yeah, when we look back at these, before we do anything else, everything in Phase 1. So, Alchemy we've done. Alterac Valley is not our first phase. Arathi Basin is not our first phase. Ashenvale, that's tomorrow's episode. If you look, there are 3 Ashenvale quests for Alliance. What is this? Oh, this is actually PvP. So the Sentinel Care Package for Alliance is actually PvP. That is not real Ashenvale. So that one will have to wait until we do PvP. Great. Okay. She cannot learn that yet, but she can go ahead and chill in here too. Alright, so that means Ashenvale for Alliance is off the picture. Now we're going to take our druid, Lee Furioso, and go back into the world with him. Alright, now, the care packages for... See, if you look at this... It doesn't say it's not available anymore. It's just Warsong Gulch. So that means when we get to PvP, when we unlock Warsong Gulch, we're going to have to be grinding up all the way to whatever this is. Oh, it also says friendly. So we'll have to get to friendly with the Silverwing Sentinels. But ironically, I don't see any of those for the Horde. So the Horde will be able to just go do a bunch of quests in Ashenvale. Cool. Alright, so this guy here is now going to take to the skies. There is one Duskwood quest that we could not do. I mean, that we can do. Not Duskwood, Darkshore. I don't even know how flying works anymore. I don't see those little things. Surge forward evades obstacles. I see. Alright, so we're looking for... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, buddy. Well, there you go. That's Briarthorn. There's one Darkshore quest that should be available. It also, like everything else, we might actually be screwed on that. It's called One Shot, One Kill. Alright, so this is Duskwood. I mean, Darkshore. Right here, Darkshore. One shot, one kill. Yes, it's down there. This is a protection quest that is a one-off, way down at the bottom of the zone. So it still exists, interestingly. So much has changed in Darkshore. It's such a cool looking zone. But it's very changed. I just leveled up. So he's level 12 now. In bear form, now I get 10% extra stam. And we gained a talent point. So let's look at our bear form. Guardian, Druid, talents. Okay, if we look at what it was, this is what I picked before. So, we had the first one where we picked up the dumb rake. Don't love it. But this opens up this second tier. I just go in order. So that picked up Thrash for us. By picking up these, rake and this, maybe you just need one. No, yeah, you just need one. So we already had Thrash. We didn't have to spend a point on it. And we already had Verdant Heart. Those were opened up by nature being a guardian. So we will need these two things. Grievous Wounds. Rake, Rip, and Thrash has a greater damage. So Thrash is our good one right there. Rake is that dumb thing. And then Rip will be that one when we gain it. But this is what we're going to do. So basically 10% damage on my bleed type of moves, like this guy. Oh, I forgot. Now I have this Maul. Yeah. That is worthwhile. We need to keep moving south. I remember fighting some bears and stuff in here. Some kind of quest that takes you in here. So now that does 120. So if you can survive the whole time, if you know you're going to be in a long enough fight, now Rake is a stronger move. Good to know. Some actual Peace Bloom right there. Now when we're in travel form, we do not have aquatic form yet. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we're just getting herbs while we're here, you know. Why not? Might as well get the XP, continue to grow with our characters, since we are going to have annoyance in our future. Yeah, so I was looking at that. I'll keep that up for a minute. So like I said, Ashenvale will start. Some of that, as I'm looking at it, turns out it's not. It's listed as Ashenvale, but it is not really Ashenvale. It's really Warsong Gulch. So we're going to have to get to friendly with that. Hopefully we can do that fairly quickly. Okay, Blackrock Depths is one that we will do. It looks like they are neutral quests. You do have to be level 20. One is the Rocknots Ale. So we will have to go in there and attempt to go into Blackrock Depths. Whether we solo it or just walk in there, I'm not sure how that's going to work. Do we take a partner? Do we take a little group? But that will happen. That seems to be almost the only dungeon one we're looking at. Blacksmithing, we were already working on that quite nicely. We've actually almost completed the Alliance one, but there will be Horde ones. And when we make our character for the Orc Warrior, they will begin working on those. So I'm not really that worried about it. Children's Week will not happen until, that's August. So that will just chill. Coldridge Valley, we've already checked off those. The cooking ones now, that's something we can do as we go through. So, once we get to Tanaris, now that sharing the knowledge, Cenarian Hold, I don't know where that one is at. Yeah, so a couple of those cooking ones are Silithus. So, to Gadgetstan you go. Clamlet Surprise. Those two are Tanaris. So when we get to Tanaris, we'll work on those. And then the other ones are all Silithus. So a big chunk of our cooking will not... That will wait until we get to that patch of Silithus, which is one of the later patches in the game. Okay. Darkmoon Fair, we'll wait until we open that patch. It's not part of patch 1. Darkshore, we're doing that one right now. Deep Run Trim, we've already done. Desolus, as mentioned, we'll get there. It looks like Desolus is a little mixture of Alliance and Horde. We can kind of decide who needs it more to do the neutrals. Okay. Then Dunmorog, we've done what we can already. Duratar, we've also done. So Dustwallow Marsh. Looks like it has some, but when we get there... Actually, it looks like Dustwallow Marsh is real. So we will be able to actually do those. I don't want to go over there. Elwyn Forest, we've already completed. The epic ones are something we will discuss. They're actually the quests related to the Dragons of Nightmare. So we'll discuss them when they come into the picture, but they're not available. What the heck is this guy? Oh, I don't know what was going on with that, but maybe because I'm not bear form. Maybe I gotta be doing bear. Yeah, now I'm more solid in bear. So I think, you know, you give me a couple bear buffs. Why is this stag so ferocious looking? Alright. Yeah, so that one, we will discuss those quests. We'll read the dialogue, but they're not actually completable. We already researched that. Fellwood, when we get there, we'll do those. The first aid, there are a few. Those are the triage quests, so we will do those. Those are, I believe, Arathi Highlands. So when we get to... I guess when we get to Arathi Highlands, we'll pause and get our bandaging up. I don't even know what we're going to have to do. Like, we're going to have to grind for that one. Or that one could just be, we do it at the end of that tier and just take our characters and grind at that point in time. Because there's going to be like a lot of cloth. We might want to just be sending our cloth or sending our money or whatever. So that is one. We will definitely do that during tier 1. So no argument there. The fishing, not Pegler's Angle Extreme, we will do early on, but then all of the other ones are tied to Stranglethorn, which is not tier 1, not phase 1. So we won't be doing anything except we will do the Nat Pagel Angler Extreme with whichever character we decide to make ultimately our Stranglethorn fishing person. So probably my rogue. I'm gonna go with her. So we'll get her up to whatever fishing you need. So that will take us some time. And that might be once we get to like Dustwallow, because that's a Dustwallow quest. And you too good. Oh, we will need a fishing flyer for both, but the flyer... That's not a big deal. Alright, so you too good. For whatever reason, they've changed the really good fisherman on Alliance. So we definitely want our fishing person to be a horde. So that's good. We're almost there. I've just been working through the zone, just taking my time. Getting XP and gear, I mean and herbs for this character. Alright, so then Gnomeregan, we will have to run Gnomeregan. So I don't know how we ran Gnomeregan before because it's kind of... That's another one of those things where it's like, technically want to be certain level to do it. I kind of want... We need to run it on Alliance and Horde. It was originally designed to be taken at, you know, a certain point in the leveling process, but it is opened already. So, I truly don't know how I'm going to handle that yet. But it will happen in our first main patch of stuff. For sure. It will most likely happen before we move on to certain zones. It could happen soon. Alright, we're heading over here. We are almost to the quest. Hallow's End will wait, obviously. Harvest Festival will wait. Herbalism. That's Barons. So that's good, because we're going to have our... Troll is going to be an herbalist, alchemist. Alright, I'm switching over to bear form. Because we're gonna... There she is. You can see Sentinel Inisha, or whatever her name is. Up here. We're heading up to do one shot, one kill with her. There she is. So this quest still exists, for those of you that are completionists out there. I was traveling to Lord Denell with an important message when I was attacked by the Furbolg Marosh and his trackers. During the attack I was poisoned, leaving me barely able to stand. I can make an antidote, but it will take time before it is ready. I would ask that you defend me. Until I can apply the antidote, I will aid you with my bow as best as I can. Should we survive, I will be able to deliver my message to Lord Denell, while you speak with Oneya at Maestra's post to inform her of this incident. Wait, did you hear that? Something approaches from the west. Alright, so all we do is protect this girl. Cool. She is still chilling, and this is more or less the same quest as before. That's cool. I like that we've got our... Oh man, my durability is quite low. We gotta take care of that. I don't like that. There we go. It's 3 guys. They fairy fired me again. I don't like that they take so long while my rage disappears. Alright, so Ironforge we have done. Actually, we haven't done it. There are some. So there's an Unboro crater and a Fellwood. Good to know. Bingles we've done. Gnome Improvement is part of that Gnomergon quest line. And then Deathless. We have a Deathless quest. The Moonglow Vest. Yeah, that one we're going to have to send our leatherworker over there. Alright, so that's it. We protected that guy. Praise Elune. I don't know if I could have survived the day without you, friend. My leg feels much better now. The remedy must be working. If you will excuse me, I must go report to my superiors about what has transpired here. Please speak with Sentinel Oneya at Maestra's post in Ashenvale. She will see to it that you are properly rewarded for your bravery this day. Alright, and now we go on down to Ashenvale. Right there, not really that far. And we can do herbalism and all that stuff on the way. Why not? There you go. Wild Steel Bloom. Already going to collect some more neat stuff here. Yeah, so that was just petals, so we're not strong enough to actually get real Wild Steel Bloom yet. New person. The ruins of Bordelaran. As we kill the old thistle fur, who are notorious for having thistly fur. Go back to those quests some other day, right? Alright, so here's a little base. Is there... Whoa. Oh, the horde is like attacking Maestra's post now. Is there any kind of defense I can do? Everybody is like torn out. So this is a cool little war quest line. Yeah, repair me. Yeah, can't do that. We have a single wool cloth. Neat. We actually need some of that stuff. Alright. And we can now turn in 1 shot, 1 kill.
What brings you?
Good to see you, Druid. Sorry, I can't talk. We're in a bit of a fight here.
Be careful.
You bring most welcome news, Druid. It is good to hear that Einasha is alive and well thanks to you. I would hope that you might accept a reward for your valor. May Elune watch over you and light your path. Though she did give us a couple gold, which is nice. We're already up to 7 gold. She padding back and forth slowly. This is where we'll log with this guy. I think that's probably about good for us for today too, as I said, as we kind of look forward. That was Darkshore, so we can add that onto the spreadsheet. It was obtainable. It is the only Darkshore quest that remains from the original 1 shot, 1 kill. From the original OG era. Yeah, so those we'll have to kind of jump through, and we might come back and do some of them later. Leatherworking, we'll have to bring her eventually there. Now, when we get to this legendary, that I'll have to examine near the end. Like Thunder on the Windseeker, where do you get... Well, it's part of Silithus. Okay, so we will not be doing that one until we unlock Silithus. Good to know. We already tried Lochmadon. Lunar Festival will be coming up in a month. These two mages look like they're really not existing anymore. So we'll look at them. Midsummer is coming up. Molten Core will be when we get to the first raid, but that is in patch 1. Molten Core actually was part of the original raid set of the game. It was like one of the first raids available. So we will run that at the end before we ever start patch 2. Mulgore we basically done. New Year's Eve we tried. We failed on 1. Barons is coming up soon. That'll be in this next few days. Stranglethorn not that long after. I couldn't do this one. Orgrimmar and some of the other Storm ones. That's not going to come until we finish Upper Blackrock Spire, which that also is part of our OG stuff that we'll have to do. Paladin we already checked. It's not real. The Rocket Chickens we can do when we set up those zones. These rogue quests, we already checked. They're not real. Snatch and grab syndicate emblems. This, though. Oh, junk box is needed. Actually, I checked that one. That one might be real. Everything I read about that one says it's real. That one is in Arathi Highlands. So when we get there, we can check that out. Then there's going to be the ruins. That's obviously not the first set. Oh, there is one Syrian Gorge quest. Cool. So that one we can actually do. Silithus is not part of the original. We've done all the Stormwinds except for the ones that are about Upper Blackrock. Tailoring with Sacred Cloth. Oh, that looks like we're gonna need Timber Maul rep. Lame. Tanaris. Yeah, Tanaris, we're gonna have to check a lot of these out. And yeah, to become friends with the Goblin again, you need to do that. So, good to know. Teldrassil, we pretty much wrapped. Temple of Ahn'Qiraj is later. Cape of Stranglethorn is just more Stranglethorn quests, so that'll happen. There's one Hinterlands quest. It's the Chicken quest. Thunderbluff, we already did them all. Tristful Glades, we did them all. Oh, so Uldaman. Actually going into Uldaman and doing the Platinum Discs, that really does still exist. So that's cool. So we will actually run Uldaman at that point in time. Fine Gold Thread, that looks like it doesn't exist anymore for Warlocks. Here you go. See, they tied these into actual Warsong Gulch, which is not part of patch 1. Westfall, we already finished today. Wintervale, not until the end. And then again, completing Exalted with Timbermaw is something that we'll also have to do. It's tagged as Winter Spring, though, so that will be one of the last things that we do. And good to know, we are going to want that to be tied into... We'll make our person that's a tailor do that. So either our Warlock or our little gnome that we just made is going to be the one to do that one. All right, so cool. So again, tomorrow we've done all of Tier 2 now. Tomorrow for Tier 3, there's nothing for Stone Talon, we just checked. Red Ridge, there's nothing except for that blacksmithing, so we'll kick our day off by starting the blacksmithing quest. There's nothing for Duskwood. There's no alliance for Ashenvale, so then the second thing we'll do is we will make our Horde character and we'll progress them up into Ashenvale, and we should hopefully be able to work with all of the Horde Ashenvale quests. There are no Wetlands quests, and there are no Hillsbrad Foothills quests. So those things should be tomorrow. We wrap up our Alliance blacksmithing in Red Ridge, and then we switch over and we do the Horde Ashenvale, and that should get us all the way done with Tier 3. For the most part, the Barrens is our transition, but that will happen the following time. If you look at Northern Barrens, there's no Southern Barrens. If you look at the south here, there's Northern Barrens, but there's no Southern Barrens listed. So none of those quests survived. But Northern Barrens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's a pretty good amount. No Alliance-specific Northern Barrens quests, though. So we don't even have to bring our Alliance character down into the Barrens. It won't matter. Notice also there's no Wailing Caverns. If you think about our dungeon run, There's no Ragefire Chasm original quests left. There's no Wailing Caverns. There's no Dead Mines. There's no Shadowfang Keep. There's no Stockades. No Black Fathom Deeps. It's not until Gnomeregan, which... Okay. Gnomeregan, there's no Scarlet Monastery, any of that stuff. So Gnomeregan is somewhere around there. It's before Uldaman, and where's our tier? Uldaman is Badlands. So I think we will run all the way up through the Barrens and through tier 4. And then after tier 4, we will run Gnomeregan. That's about where we ran it. Somewhere in there. Somewhere. Yeah, actually we did it right after Thousand Needles before is about where it tracked, which is in tier 4. And there is no Thousand Needles. So basically, yeah. So once we finish the Barrens, we'll run a couple characters through Gnomeregan. We'll find out how that works. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching, listening, and tuning in on this continued journey through all the things vanilla. I appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed it, because I sure enjoy doing it. See you guys on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one's in the pipe, 5x5.